For those just tuning in, this is our Honda Civic Type R. While it may look undamaged, it actually suffered significant undercarriage damage. When we bought this car, we knew we were about to embark on a special journey, but we never could have imagined it would turn out to be such a big adventure. This car has been on the alignment bench and realigned. A new leg for the subframe has been installed and we have completely rebuilt it. The chassis and interior are done, only the front end remains. When we bought this car, I thought a lot of the parts would be pretty standard, so interchangeable with the regular Honda Civic, but that's not the case at all. When we bought this car, I requested a price quote from the Honda dealer. It actually says 16,151 euros and 35 cents, excluding value-added tax, and with value-added tax, it came to almost 20,000 euros. That's just for the parts to repair the car. Then I actually understand why a car like this is considered an economic total loss. Because Honda parts are incredibly expensive and they don't fit on other Hondas except for this Type R model. We managed to get a lot of parts secondhand, but also a lot of parts we couldn't find. To give you an example, 1,338 euros, 253 euros, 204 euros, 1,408 euros, almost 800 euros, and another 500 euros. So you can see that the parts are quite expensive. We also had to order a lot of parts new, because they just can't be found on the second-hand market. For example, we bought a new lower lip, grille, and front bumper, which really makes a difference. Because it's all original and new. Soon we'll have a super cool Type R that will look really nice. To begin with, the front bumper is helpful. We kept the old one. We'll fully disassemble it first. We'll have all the screws, bolts, and original parts with us, so we'll know how to assemble the bumper. Go ahead and prove in the comments that you guys are right and that we just have no idea what we're doing. First, we need to drill holes in the front bumper for the parking sensors, which aren't from the previous board. We start by drilling 2 small holes, then a larger one. For our parking sensor holder, they delivered a Type R without parking sensors. Who knows? This is risky since the parts are expensive. I think this costs about 800 euros, so we're just drilling holes for 800 euros. What bad luck. Seriously. He is perfect. Really, if I had to rate it, 10 out of 10, baby. Yes guys, it's a new day here, and as you can see I have a fresh cut, looking sharp again. And on the other hand, we were missing a part, so we had to stop the episode. We couldn't continue with the front bumper without getting this part. The part has finally arrived now. We could order it directly from the dealer, pick it up the next day, so no back order hassle, just straight back to business. And that's why today I'm gonna finish the front of the Type R completely. But yeah, I actually just want to say finish it about 98%. Because after this, only the underbody plate needs to go on, and of course that can't be mounted before the car has been inspected, so basically the car needs to be completely ready today. Except for one thing, of course, the underbody plate, the alignment, and the windshield. So that's actually 3 things, but anyway, for the rest, we're going to finish the car completely. As I said, this is the missing part, and these were overlooked. However, this one fits in the bumper. Only then could the lower lip be attached. I'll put you on a tripod and click the grill in place. Finishing strip, whatever it is, don't be mistaken. This part alone is already 100 euros and it couldn't be found anywhere secondhand. Yeah, just the last 100 euros left except for alignment in the front window. We're assembling this carefully to avoid any damage. And when the whole package is assembled with the temperature sensor on the small bottom plate, then we'll screw the front bumper onto the car and then it's all done. It sounds easy, but it still takes many hours of work. Because of course, getting all the details right always takes the longest, and that's why it's on a tripod now. And let's get our hands dirty, and I would say, let's go. The footage shows me tightening all the screws from inside. At the bumper, where the side is actually attached and the lower lip is attached, that's basically how it's fastened all around. On the outside, however, there's still a double-sided piece of tape. And there are still those little flaps sticking out everywhere there. There are 2 sticking out. And I also thought that I just had to mount the bumper first, secure it. And then you can just pull out one of those adhesive strips like this. And then, it sticks to it. As you can see, it's still pretty loose. And if you then pull this one out from between them, wow, that's a big one. And like this. Then it will be stuck together forever. Then we also have another one here. There. And then here we have the last one. There. Now that it's also stuck to the bumper again, the bumper is pretty much finished. The only thing left to do is to click the parking sensors in, and then the bumper can go back on the car. And before we do that, this tab at the bottom of the car needs to be secured first. Yes, this thing's going to be super cool. I almost forgot. We still need to put the horn back in place. Of course it goes behind the grille, so that's what we'll do first. Hey everyone, it's a new day, and I'm excited because I know what's ahead. Coming up in the next episode, but for now, let's enjoy the end result. This thing turned out super cool. However, I still have to do one thing, which is reinstall the battery box and put the striping on the car. I was somewhat unsure about the striping. But yeah, we've already spent 55 euros on a red stripe, original from the dealer today, so it just has to go on the car. I think it looks really cool in black on white, honestly. The red stripe stands out, especially since it repeats on the rims. It was originally delivered this way, so let's restore it to its original state. I'm out of breath, I just ran in, but this thing is turning out really cool. What do you think? I walked into the workshop and instantly smiled. We recently saw it at a gas station, just standing there in all its glory while filling up. We realized many people think this Type R is hideous. We saw it in the comments that it's called the ugliest model, but in real life it's actually super cool. Don, you're right about the red stripe. We'll stick it on. Also, let's not forget to install the wheel arches, since I don't want to drive without them. You'll see why we do that in the next episode. Let's get started. Stripe on, wheel arches in, then we'll go all out next episode. Let's go. Well done. I have to say, it turned out really awesome. I just can't believe it's out on the street. It really looks amazing. Although the comments, actually, opinions are really divided on whether this is a beautiful model or not, but we think it looks amazing. That's what it's really about. And you just can't stop looking at this car. There are so many things to see. White body, small fins, and a big, thick spoiler. And I also think that everyone who sees this car passing by will give us a thumbs up because our restoration turned out really well. There's a slight color difference between the front bumper and the fender. This is something that has just been painted, hasn't seen daylight yet, hasn't faded, and hasn't been exposed to any weather conditions. So that's to be expected, of course. We'll still need to work on it a bit, even it out, but other than that, I'm really happy with it. Let us know what you think in the comments. We've worked hard to make this happen. In the next episode, we'll get it aligned. Subscribe because we might have made a big mistake. It may need the frame bench again. Curious? Subscribe and give a thumbs up if you think this project succeeded. So far, and we'll see each other in a new episode. Ciao.